Controversial ex-UFC champion Sean Strickland says Tom Aspinall sucks for quitting after that eye poke with Cyril Gahn. I don't disagree. I don't agree. I feel like it's still far too controversial and complicated to really stand on a side. I've said this before. There's a point to be made about Tom quitting and about how other UFC fighters have thugged through really, really bad injuries, and that just makes them look like more of a man and more of a champion, and it's a credit to them as fighters. And others have quit, and made it seem like it wasn't their fault in quitting, like Henry Cejudo when he fought Song Yadong and he just took the whole time out. And then he talked about the double vision. I get it. Okay, I don't even mean to go after Henry that hard. Okay, like Henry, he did have a really, really bad eye damage, but I'm just saying there are UFC fighters who suffered some pretty bad injuries and they still fight through it like nothing's going on, smiling all the way through. Dan Hooker, that's a better example. Dan Hooker, there's a guy who will get his skull cracked and continue the fight with a smile on his face, okay? There are some dogs out there who will fight through some pretty nasty stuff, and it just seems like Tom ain't one of them. And there's a reason for that to be a smart thing, though, too. Okay, Tom didn't want to risk what he already has, the belt. He don't want to risk it and move forward and fight, and suffer an even worse loss. So it makes sense in a way. It makes sense why he wanted to stop the fight. In a way, it's smart. So I see two schools of thought with the whole situation, and I'm not quite ready to jump on a certain or into a certain school yet, So I can only just further report on it and talk about other people's points of view, like Sean Strickland's here. Sean is known to be a guy to just, say what he thinks right away, and it's respectable. But like I said, I can neither agree nor disagree with what Sean has said here, and I'm sure Tom will have some snarky response soon to this. Overall, let me know what you think.